welcome to In Our Schools. I'm your host, Superintendent Dr. Piccirillo. Each podcast, I will take you behind the scenes into seeing some of the things that are very exciting happening in our schools, and I'll introduce you to one of the key players that are making things happen here in Hopatcong. Before I get to our topic today, I want to first let you know of something that happened today in history. As I lament the loss of the Yankee recent loss yesterday, I should let you know that in 1926, Babe Ruth set a record for 3 home runs in a game. This is significant because Babe Ruth not only was a great Yankee player and set that record for 3 home runs in a playoff game, but he also had a home in Hopatcong. And so I'll try to give you a piece of information like that each podcast. But here we are, episode 1. I'm here with our guest, Mrs. Shauna Longo. Welcome to the podcast, Shauna Longo.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Piccirillo.
Shauna Longo, in addition to her long biography, which we'll touch on a bit, she is our music teacher here at Durbin Avenue. She is also an expert in technology and technology integration, also social emotional learning, and she'll take you through some of those things. But maybe the most important reason that she's on this first episode is because she is a recent honoree as our County Teacher of the Year, representing Hopatcong, but also the County Teacher of the Year. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can you tell me a little bit about what that honor means to you and what you're going to do with that platform?
So I'm very excited and honored to be recognized to represent not only Hopatcong schools, but Sussex County. And I'm one of 21. There are 21 counties in New Jersey. And we have a cohort of teachers, the County Teachers of the Year, and we've really become a tight-knit group. And it's a great place to bounce ideas, to know what's going on around the state, and to have a bigger, more global perspective about education, and also to have a platform to share the amazing things that are happening, not only in Hopatcong, but in Sussex County. Because we're so far to the north, sometimes, we don't get that mainstream edge that some of the other counties might get.
Right.
And so being able to speak about the great things, I really enjoy being able to brag about what our students can do, because we've got some of the best students here.
Now, as a music teacher, that's got to be a little bit unusual in terms of a Teacher of the Year. What do you bring from that perspective?
Yeah, so I found out, I'm excited that I'm the first music teacher to be the County Teacher of the Year in Sussex County. And so I think it brings a heightened awareness of the arts in an advocacy effort. One of my first projects that I'm going to be doing is creating a rotating arts gallery at our Sussex County Department of Education office, where we'll feature different school districts from around the county, the artwork, and not only artwork, but I'm hoping we'll get a couple QR codes and some performances.
That would be great. Oh, I would
yeah,
love that.
whether they're video or audio, to really highlight all of the great arts work that's happening throughout Sussex County.
That's really great. One of the things that I love about having, in addition to how great it is that you have this honor, is whenever you get out in front of groups of people, you're representing us. And I know you're constantly plugging Hopatcong. And one of the other ways that I know that you're plugging Hopatcong and helping us quite a bit is with your book that was just released. I mean, you have to tell us about that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know how she has time for this.
Well, the pandemic helped me have a little bit of time. The shutdown helped time to write. I did have it in the works well before, but it is really exciting. It's something I never could have predicted that I would do in my life, to be an author. But I took all of the experience and the knowledge that I gained actually right here in Hopatcong through the years of us starting out with arts integration and the STEAM initiatives, and the work that I did with my kind of partners in crime, Kurt Zimmerman and Edric DeBose and John Rishaway, and the work we did with arts integration and STEAM, and what I was piloting the projects in my classroom to bring STEAM in through music technology, and turned it into a book for Oxford University Press, and it's been very exciting. Actually, last night I guest lectured with graduate students at Montclair State University, and was talking about the book and the process and how they can do this in their classrooms and what it might look like.
Now you're gonna tell us the title, where to get it.
Sure. Yep.
Come on, here's your big plug.
So the book is called Integrating STEM with Music, and it can be purchased on Amazon, on the Oxford University Press website, Barnes & Noble, anywhere fine books are sold, right?
Perfect. Yes, that's how we plug a book. That's great. Now, another thing that you're in the middle of, but is really building upon some of the work that happened last year, is Teach Rock. Now,
Yep.
Teach Rock, as many of you know, is a really exciting partnership that we have here that's district-wide. I could talk a little bit about it, but I want to give you an opportunity to share what is Teach Rock and how are you involved, and how might parents see this in their they're talking to their students. How might they see that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Teach Rock is an amazing organization started by Stevie Van Zandt himself. You all may know him from Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band or on The Sopranos.
Right.
And so he wanted to help combat when the arts were being on the chopping block many, many years ago. And so he created the Rock and Roll Forever Foundation to do that. And they now have almost, I think, about 180 completely free lesson plans where teachers don't have to, well, we want this video to supplement this and jump to YouTube and jump to this resource. It's all in one place. And so they're really high quality arts integration where you're you're teaching various concepts through the arts and STEAM. And I connected with them actually when I was at a conference in New Jersey School Boards, and I met their executive director, and then from there we started talking. They were just moving into the STEAM realm, and because we had been doing it here in Hopatcong, they had me kind of consult with them and talk to them about what direction to take. I wrote one of their first lessons, which actually I did yesterday with a first grade class.
Excellent.
And I'm doing again today with another first grade class called Shapes of Guitars. So
yes, I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
So what the parents can see is they can, talk to the students about what they're doing. The kids really get excited. I mean, those kids left so excited to take home the guitars they had designed yesterday to show their parents. And so I think the excitement for learning, the connecting to the concepts they're learning put in a real world setting is what really drives home and has the kids internalize that learning.
Yeah, I think that's really great. There's so much that experiences that the kids have in their own worlds, and when they're able to connect that to what they're learning in the classroom, you think of it as, we know so much about brain-based learning and the synapses that work together.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're building this network of knowledge that I think is really great, and the fact that you're kind of spearheading that and at the front of all of that is really, really helpful and great for our community. So, and we're taking this on tour for school boards,
yes,
right? You mentioned school boards.
Yep, we are. We'll be presenting with Teach Rock at New Jersey School Boards to all the state, because we are proud that we are the first district-wide partnership, and we're gaining from them, and they're also gaining from us in terms of how this might work and be able to replicate it with other schools and bring this to even more children around the world. And the other aspect that they really have and they do well is social-emotional learning. And so they have a lot of lessons available to help the students process their emotions. And that can be done very easily through the arts. This is actually my platform as County Teacher of the Year is social emotional learning through the arts. And utilizing lyrics to songs, or not even the lyrics, but the emotional response we get to any performance, whether it be music or dance or theater or viewing a piece of art, how it makes us feel. And giving the students a vocabulary to process the emotions they feel through something that's comfortable and enjoyable to them.
This is all great, and I think we'll close with that. And just to say, thank you so much, Shauna Longo, for joining us, and congratulations on the honor. This was episode 1. Please join us again. We'll be here every other week for episode 2. Will be next, and I'll leave you with all of this great news is what gives us belief in the Chief. And so, #ChiefBelief. Please join us next week. Thank you.